Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a Tips Tuesday video, and today's episode is going to be on eyeliner. So a little backstory on me. When I was in middle school, I used to put eyeliner on just like a stripe on my top lid and on my inner waterline, and by the end of the day my eyeliner would look like a hot mess. Like, you know, there'd be smudging all over. I'd have eyeliner up here for some reason, and then I'd have like little tiny little baby crow's feet, like little chicky feet on the outside of my eyes, which made me look very, you know, like distressed. So that's how I would come home every single day. So today's video is me giving you tips on what I've learned about eyeliner and how to help it stay all day and still look nice. So let's get into the video.
So the first thing that I recommend is a primer. Now this one's a high-end one from Urban Decay, but they also have good ones at the drugstore. And there's a difference between tinted primers and non-tinted primers. This is a tinted primer, so it kind of has a skin-colored color to it. But basically what a primer is it's a product that is creamy or sticky that's specifically designed to use when you want products to stay in place for long periods of time. It basically acts like a glue for your eyeliner to stick to, and it also helps eyeshadows look more vibrant or pigmented like the color in the pan.
So now moving on to eyeliner for the mobile lid. The mobile lid is the part of your eye that moves the most. It's this lid right here. And it's the part of the eye that moves the most throughout the entire day. So I want you to keep a couple of things in mind when it comes to eyeliner. So the first thing is that some people's eyelids are oilier than others, even with primers. And the second thing is that not every eyeliner out there is gonna work for you. So you have to be careful when you're choosing eyeliners, try things out, and see what products work for you when you're choosing your eyeliners out. Now, just a personal preference for me, for the mobile lid, I would suggest using liquid liner or gel liner. And I'll tell you why. Just because your eyelid moves the most throughout the day, liquid or gel liner is least likely going to transfer or move around even on oily lids. And believe me, I know what you're thinking.
Oh my god, Liz, I've never used liquid or gel liner, and it's so scary.
True. Liquid and gel liner is really intimidating. But I want you to keep a couple things in mind. The first thing is that no makeup is permanent. So when you're in the comfort of your own home and you're trying new things out, like liquid liner or gel liner, and you don't like it or you mess up, you can always wipe it off and start brand new. Second thing is that practice does make perfect. Well, not absolutely perfect, because I still mess up my eyeliner every now and then, more than you can imagine. But exactly, practice makes perfect.
So I decided to go with gel liner today, and gel liner comes in a little pot and you have to use a brush to apply it. You can either use an angled brush or a brush that resembles like a little paintbrush like the one that I'm using here. You can also use liquid liner, which comes in kind of the same forms. Liquid liner has some that you can apply with a little paintbrush, a little sponge tip, or even ones that are kind of like markers that have felt tips that you draw on kind of like a pen. Now, they have a bunch of them at the drugstore, and they have a bunch of them that are high-end that work really, really well. So it's up to you to play around with them and figure out which ones you like the best. I decided to do a wing today. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I decided to because I'm not me unless I have a wing.
When it comes to lower lash lines, putting eyeliner on there can just be a little bit trickier, but just because I think it's a little more work.
So on the lower lash line, you can either apply the primer or you can go in with concealer. I went in with concealer, but just make sure if you go in with concealer, you set it before you go in with anything else. I'm going to take this little NYX palette and this little EcoTools brush set that you can find at the drugstore. This little EcoTools brush set is awesome. It comes with like 4 different brushes and they all work really, really well. So I'm going to take the side that says blend and I'm going to dip it into this lighter brown and I'm going to go in with that before anything. So I'm going to blend that into my bottom lash line so that the brown will help the black blend into. For the lower lash line, I usually recommend a kohl eye pencil or a gel liner. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Silkaseam and I'm putting it into my waterline first and then I'm going to drag it down a little bit onto the lower lash line. In my opinion, liquid liner looks completely unnatural on the lower lash line, so I like to stay away from it. So now we're going to take the sign that says defined and it's an angled brush and I'm just going to use this to help smudge out that kohl before it sets. And what I mean by it sets is kind of like it dries. So before it dries, I'm just going to smudge it out and kind of smoke it out to help it blend more. And I'm also staying away from the inner corner too much because too much darkness in the inner corner can make you look like a raccoon and that's not what we want. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into the black eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and put that over the kohl liner to make it look a little darker, a little more smoky. Also kind of staying away from the inner corner to make it not as intense right there. You can also take the black eyeshadow and dab it onto your waterline like you see me doing here, but more than likely be careful with that, you will get black eyeshadow in your eye. So I'm going to take the side of the brush that says smudge and I'm going to take the same brown shadow that we went in with in the first place and I'm going to run it on the very bottom line of where the black ends to help the black blend into the brown. The finished look should look something like this.
Okay guys, so that completes my Tips Tuesday video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more like this, and subscribe to my channel so I can see you in my next video. If you're curious on what the lip of the day is today, it is actually Bite Beauty Palomino Lipstick. Thank you guys for tuning in and I'll see you next time. Bye! Bite Beauty.